What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to be unboxing and building the Blokees Transformers Galaxy version 9 Darkest Hour. So this is the 9th in the series of Galaxy versions. We have a lot. I've got a lot of characters on my shelf, but this one is pretty special because it's got a couple of characters that I've been really looking forward to. One, we're completing the Insecticons, so that's rewarding. And we're completing the Coneheads. And we're getting my favorite character, Skyfire. And we're getting a planet Unicron. So this set has a lot of figures I've been looking forward to. I'm a little late on the review. I traveled during Christmas and came back. This was delivered right around after Christmas, so there was just so much I had to look at. So let's get this open. And I'm very curious if I got the chase or not. But here are the figures that come in it. You get Megatron. It's a redux of Megatron, so basically with the new hardware, the new joints. Arcee, Springer, Mirage, Skyfire, Thrust, Bombshell, Trypticon, and Unicron in planet mode. So the chase figure is a Megatron, which is kind of reformatting Megatron, you know, half reformatting, half not. All right, nothing else on the box. Let's get it open. You get 9 in a box. So you can buy them individually. All right, so we're ready to, I actually opened them all so we can easily get through the whole set. By the way, my Blokees videos have been performing mediocre. So if you're a person that loves these videos, if you like Blokees and you like my videos, if you could do me a favor, hit the hype button down below. That would help me out. It really helps to get my videos more visible. I don't normally ask for anything, you know, likes or anything like that, but these in particular, for some reason, have not been doing well. So that would help me out on just these videos, the Blokees ones. All right. And I'm just going to look at the instructions and the card to see what figure we got. Looks like Skyfire is the first one. My favorite. Yes. And it is using the new hardware, so we get the more articulated legs and ab crunch, which is great. Looks the same as pretty much all the rest put together. No more complex or anything. And let's take a look at his card, because we're not going to look at that again later. There is the collector's card. I tried to keep them in order, but they might be out of order. Who knows? All right, next we have, looks like Mirage. Yes. He looks really cool. My buddy Dr. Diecast, this is his favorite character. And I was actually thinking about giving this to him, but he was able to find one thanks to Nick the Toy Guy. So if you're interested, if you're looking for Blokees in individual boxes, like you just want one particular figure, hit up Nick the Toy Guy. And I'll put his information below. But this was sent to me by Blokees. I just wanted to mention that. All right, and here's the collector's card for Mirage. And we'll see if we get the chase figure. I don't think it's a given that they're going to give me the chase figure every time. I think either I've been getting lucky or they sometimes do it, sometimes don't. Here's Springer. I'm excited to get the movie figures. We only have Ultra Magnus and Hot Rod so far. Let's keep going. This looks like Thrust. Yes. This may have some new parts for the wings, but he does go with this counterpart, so I'll bring them in when we build this guy. Here's the collector's card. This looks like Unicron. Yes, Unicron planet mode. We do have the Unicron in robot, or just the head, actually. We didn't get the whole robot. Somebody said they're actually going to be giving us the rest of the body parts. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. And by the way, I don't have any inside knowledge. They don't tell me anything in advance. There's Unicron Planet. Although, I will say on the side of the box, there is a teaser for Galvatron. It says coming soon. And then there's a silhouette of Galvatron. So, you can look forward to that. We got, looks like Megatron. I did not get the special version, which is okay. I don't mind. I actually wanted, believe it or not, I wanted the updated Megatron. I'll bring in the original Megatron just to show you the difference. This is definitely better proportion, and it goes well with the newer Optimus too. So I did kind of want this one. All right. Next we have Trypticon? No. Yes. Bombshell. And I think I forgot to open the card for Megatron. I'll go back and do that. But here's Bombshell. The mystery is kind of taken out because we didn't get the chase figure, but that's okay. We've got Trypticon. And he's going to pair nicely with Metroplex. Okay. Oh, they had a bag just for the card. That's funny. All right, last one by process elimination is going to be Arcee. And it'll be interesting to see what the mold is for this. It's not quite the same as the others. All right, here you go. And, oh, I left the bag in here. And again, bag just for the collector's card. All right, so let's get these guys built up. We'll do it in our normal way with fast forward so you can kind of see them getting built from the ground up. And then we'll take a look at each of them. All right, there's the Blokees Galaxy version 9 all built up, and I think this might be one of my favorite sets so far. All of the characters are new characters, with exception to Megatron. That one is we've gotten Megatron before, but it's in the new style. So for me, it's a new mold. But man, what a great set! Let's go over each one individually, so you can kind of see the details and the accessories and the articulation, and then we'll get out of here. All right, so let's start off with Bombshell. And he looks really good. Nice yellow paint, white paint there on the waist. are on the abs, painted crotch there. Nice red eyes. Here's the back. He does have the gun on the head is movable. It's on a ball joint, so it goes side to side. I'll go over the articulation on this one, and then the rest I'll skip. If it's any different, I'll show it. Otherwise, I will skip it. Head is on a ball joint. This is actually a separate panel. Whoops, I didn't mean to take that off. So you can articulate or remove this if you want. He looks a little weird without it, but this on a ball joint I mentioned. This rotates around on a ball joint, up to the side on a ball joint. You have a butterfly joint and up and down on this, so you can put the shoulders in different positions. Rotation at the bicep, or at the elbow. 90-degree bend at the elbow, but it's a little bit past 90. Wrists are on a ball joint, so they rotate all the way around. Coming to the waist, we have waist rotation. Ab crunch, forward and backward, and side to side. It does have the newer articulation, so you get that extra movement at the abs that we didn't get before. And there is a little bit of detail inside there at the bottom of the abs. Legs kick up to there, back to there, out to the side. Rotation at the thigh to cut joint. There's also rotation at the ball joint, but most of it comes at the cut joint. Double jointed knee, full bend. That is one of the newer joints. For the feet on a ball joint, so side to side, forward and backward, and a rotation. And he looks pretty good. Let's bring in his Insecticon brothers. So here is Kickback and Shrapnel. And yeah, they look really good together. It's a good team. I'm glad they finished up the set. And we also get these mini Insecticons. So we got Kickback here in alt mode. It does have a tiny bit of articulation. The wings can go in and out on a ball joint, forward and backward. And the rear legs can go up and down. Mainly they just sit there, but now we have alt modes for the three of them. I've been using this in my Defender display because they're kind of smaller. They're actually Defender class size, so they fit well with the Defender vehicles and robots. But all right, next we have Thrust, and he also completes a set, a trio, but he looks really good. Yellow for the eyes, yellow for the cockpit chest, painted knees with that purple and silver, black down here. Here's the back. You can see the wings slightly different on the front. This surface is painted. This one is just the plastic color, but it looks good either way. The wings are on a ball joint, so they go forward and backward and rotate around. So you can move those out of the way a little bit. Other than that, the articulation is basically the same. The null rays are on a ball joint. Those can move in and out on the shoulder. Everything else is the same as I just showed you. All of the figures come with alternate hands. I forgot to mention, they all come with a set of alternate hands, so you can have open, expressive hands. And this guy looks really good. I like how he looks. Let's bring in the trio. There's Dirge, and then here is Ramjet. Ramjet actually lights up. It's kind of hard to see under my bright lights, but his chest and his eyes light up. So that's a nice touch. Not sure why they didn't make a regular one, but it doesn't matter. Satisfying to be done with the trio. All right, next we'll take a look at Megatron. And I really like the way this Megatron looks compared to the old one. It does come with the Energon sword there. Nicely painted chest and waist. The proportions are much better than the original. Let's just bring it in so you can see. You can see his, shins, thighs, and waist area are a lot bigger. So it just looks chibi in the old style. I much prefer this more mature, taller. It is taller, by the way, than the original. But I definitely prefer the look of this over this. So I'm glad that they're updating some characters. I don't need them all, but certain characters like Megatron and Optimus need an update. Speaking of Optimus, here is the updated version of Optimus. So now he's got his arch nemesis, Megatron, and they can go together. I have a lot of Optimuses in the collection, but this is definitely the best one just because it's in the new style, the new articulation. Overall, it's a better proportions on the body. Articulation on this guy is the same as the others, other than I just want to show you can do this with the cannon. overall, really nice Megatron. Next, we'll take a look at Arcee and Springer. And Arcee is basically a new mold, so I'm going to take a little closer look at her. She's got blue eyes, pink for the face. Head is on a ball joint, gets forward and backward, side to side, and rotates around. It's a single ball peg compared to the double ball pegs for the others. Shoulders on a ball joint, rotates around, out to the side. The back peg does have a little bit of articulation. These can go in and out just a bit, not a lot. Rotation at the bicep. You have a single joint elbow, but it gets you, I guess it's 90 degrees. And the rotation is built in inside of there. Wrists are on a peg, so it just rotates around. The hands are different. They haven't done the hands like this before. For the waist, you have waist rotation or ab crunch, I guess, at the top. Not a lot. I wish I had a little bit more. Side to side, tiny bit. Rotation at the lower waist. And that's about it for the waist. Legs are on a ball joint, as I just showed you. Kicks up from there, back to there, up to the side. Rotation at that, a cut joint. Double jointed knee with the knee pad moving. That's nice. Feet are on a ball joint, so you get side to side, forward and backward, and a rotation. Does come with a blaster. That looks good. And she has her partner, Springer, here. Very good looking. Beautiful head sculpt on this thing. It does come with a sword. Articulation's all the same. He does have the bigger shoulder pads, which I think looks really good. And then his backpack for like the alt mode, fake alt mode parts. So yeah, I like the pair of these two together. You know, it's a nice addition to the movie figures. Speaking of which, we don't have that many. We have Ultra Magnus. We have Hot Rod. And that's kind of the Autobot team. We do have a Trypticon. But for now, that's all we've gotten. Now, on the box, like I showed you, there is a tease for Galvatron. So I'm guessing we'll probably get Rodimus Prime in that wave, as well as Cyclonus and maybe a Scourge at some point too, because we've gotten them at the smaller scales. So we're more than likely going to get those figures in the Galaxy line very soon. All right, next we've got Mirage, which looks really good. Blue eyes. Painted red and blue here for the chest. Nice Autobot tempo. He does have paint on the waist as well as the crotch. Silver for the knees. He does have his panels on the arms. They don't say Gitanes or Cytanes or anything. They're just blank, which they probably didn't need to worry about licensing, so they just didn't do that. But yeah, I mean, this looks really good. He does have a shoulder cannon, shoulder missile, so this can rotate and goes up and down. You can also remove it if you want. And he has his blaster. That looks good. He also comes with a blast effect. This blast effect will fit right over the edge, the end of the blaster. So you can blast some Decepticons. Yeah, it's a really good looking version of Mirage. I'm really happy with it. It does have the cockpit here for the vehicle mode. All right, next up is my favorite. They call him Jetfire. This is Skyfire, but on the card it says Jetfire. But he looks gorgeous. Lots of nice paint. You have blue paint for the head crest, blue for the eyes, blue for this cockpit piece, red accents kind of all over. You can open this up, which allows for, you know, the waist rotation. So they thought about that, right? You didn't want to get stuck when you're rotating the waist. You can also articulate the wings. That's pretty cool. Kind of built into the backpack. Nice blaster. Typical for a Skyfire or a Jetfire. And he does have the little red pieces. This is actually unique, that mold. No, most of them don't have an extra piece on the outside. This was attached separately. And also the hip skirt is a little bit different due to these pieces here. So it is a unique mold. It's got, and even the shoulder pads are unique for the character. They really did a good job. I'm really happy how this turned out. Also, that's cool. Hope we get the jet mode in this size. That would be nice. But yeah, I'm really happy that they did this. All right, next we'll take a look at Trypticon. And this guy looks awesome. He's got really nice paint all throughout. Green, purple, white, gold. On the chest you got that teal and purple paint there. On the head you got yellow plastic, purple plastic. Even the tail is detailed. Green, purple, and white. Beautifully done. You can open up the chest for where full tilt. It doesn't. This car doesn't detach, but if you look inside, there's a little space, and it comes with a little robot mode, full tilt. I thought that was really cool. Just idea, concept. That'll just plug in right there. You can close that up, and now we can ride around inside. That's pretty neat. Let's go over the articulation since it's different from the rest. Head is on the ball joint, can rotate around, up and down. Mouth can open. I imagine you could put a blast effect there. The one that came with the Mirage doesn't quite fit in there. You'll need a little extension, but it does have a little spot for blast effect. Arms can rotate around on a ball joint. A little bit in and out on that, and a bend at the elbow. It does have claws at the end of the hands. Legs can rotate forward and backward, out to the side to get a wider stance on the ball joint. You have rotation at the knee, and then feet are on a ball joint, so you get side to side, forward and backward, and a rotation. Coming to the back, you have the tail is on a ball joint, so that rotates, goes up in there, down to there. You also get this, the guns will flip out. I love that. I love that they worked that in. Little extra details and features that they just continue to innovate and add new stuff for this line. And just to show you, here it is with Metroplex. So it pairs up nicely. Now these are just a little too small to fit with the Galaxy line. And actually even with the Defender line, I think it's a little bit too small. So here's the Defender version of Optimus. And obviously these are not big enough to be city bots, but you can pretend. All right, last but not least, we have Unicron in planet mode. And this is really cool. The build process on it was interesting. You know, obviously, you're building up a ball, but these spikes went in. If you push here on the middle, it does close up these claw pincers on the front. Looks good pretty much from all angles. It's really well done. There's a little slot on the back, which is where it'll plug into the stand. Yeah, overall, really nice looking Unicron. And you can pair it up with Unicron head that we got before. Now, obviously, we don't have the rest of the body. I heard a rumor they were getting the body, but I don't know. I doubt it at this point. But this is cool. I love having these two on a display. I'm going to put it with my Unicron because I just think it's neat that they made a mini planet and a mini head. All right, so there is the Galaxy version 9 set from Blokees. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I recommend it. I think this is a really cool set. This is probably one of my favorites so far. I might be biased because it does have Skyfire in it, my favorite character. But I just think they keep adding new fun. You know, the Unicron planet is definitely cool. I like that. I love that they're upgrading the joints and the articulation, adding new accessories. Completing sets is also very satisfying, so that's just kind of a, part of collecting these. I do like the Trypticon. I think my only complaint is the scale. I wish that both Trypticon and Metroplex were bigger, just a bit bigger, so they could go with the Defender class. The combiner we got, the Devastator, I think that works well with the Defender class, but these just don't fit. I mean, obviously don't fit with Galaxy versions, but even with the Defender, I think they're just a little too small. And the Unicron planet, I don't really care because, it's never going to scale, so it's fine that it's a smaller kind of despot, but these I think should have been maybe twice the size and maybe come in like 2 sets or something, kind of like they're doing the combiners. But that's really it. I really love what they're doing here. I love that we're getting the movie figures, and overall, it's just fun. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
What's up, YouTube fans?